Welcome to the place where life and death meet, the graveyard. Have you ever wondered what happens on the first night after a body is laid to rest? What does the soul of the departed experience in these shadowy hours, especially on Halloween night, when the veil between worlds is the thinnest? For centuries, folklore and real-life encounters have painted an eerie picture of what happens in a graveyard after dark. In many cultures, it's believed that the soul lingers near its body during the first night in the grave. Some say it's a peaceful transition, while others believe something far more mysterious takes place. On Halloween, the night of the dead, the souls of the departed are said to awaken for one final visit. It's not just the souls you need to worrying about, it's the energies, the spirits, and the forgotten forces that roam these sacred grounds. Some believe that the dead are still aware of their surroundings in those first few hours beneath the earth. One particularly chilling incident took place in 1997, right here in this cemetery. Witnesses claimed to hear the soft crying of a woman who had just been buried that morning. When they investigated, the sounds grew louder, and some even saw faint figures moving through the fog. Could it be that her soul hadn't yet departed from this world? In another story from 2005, a night guard reported strange activity around a freshly dug grave. He described an overwhelming feeling of being watched and saw faint lights hovering near the tombstones. Could this be the soul's last attempt to reach the living before it finally crosses over? But Halloween, in particular, is no ordinary night. Many believe that the souls of the departed walk freely, seeking out loved ones or reliving moments from their past life. It's said that if you're near a graveyard on Halloween, you might just encounter someone or something that shouldn't be there. One graveyard keeper shared a chilling encounter from Halloween night in 2012. While on patrol, he noticed a woman in a white dress standing by a grave. As he approached, she vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a faint whisper in the wind, "I am still here." Some say the dead are aware of those who visit their graves, especially on this night. Many cultures believe that during the first night, the soul has to come to terms with its fate. It may wander near its grave, confused or searching for closure. On Halloween, these spirits are drawn to the living world, wanting to communicate one last time. Have you ever felt a chill run down your spine while visiting a graveyard? Perhaps it was more than just the wind. One haunting tale from Africa involves the legend of the Tokoloshi in South Africa. While not directly tied to Halloween, it reflects the belief in vengeful spirits and restless souls returning. In a small village, it's said that a man who died suddenly without peace was seen by his family on Halloween night. According to the story, the man's spirit, tormented by unresolved issues, returned to haunt his household. His family reported strange occurrences like eerie whispers, moving shadows, and an overwhelming sense of his presence. The belief is that some souls, particularly those who experienced injustice or unfulfilled lives, can return on spiritually significant nights. Though Halloween itself is not traditionally celebrated across Africa, this idea aligns with the local customs of honoring and fearing the dead. Families often take protective measures, like placing special charms or invoking traditional healers to keep malevolent spirits at bay during such times. The mystery deepens when we look at ancient traditions. In Mexico, Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, is celebrated to honor and communicate with departed loved ones. Many believe that the spirits come back to celebrate, seeking the offerings left for them. But what about those souls who have no one to remember them? Do they remain lost, wandering the cemetery, forgotten by the world? Reports from paranormal investigators tell us that graveyards are especially active on Halloween night. Some have recorded unexplained voices, shadowy figures, and even the sensation of being touched by invisible hands. Could this be the restless dead, or is it something more sinister lurking in the darkness? And then there's the ancient belief of graveyard hauntings. It's said that the first night is a test for the soul, whether they are ready to move on, or whether they'll remain trapped in limbo. Some souls simply cannot let go. Whether it's unfinished business, guilt, or fear, they may stay near their graves, watching and waiting for something or someone. Now, imagine this: it's Halloween night. You're alone in a graveyard. The air is thick with fog, and the moon casts long eerie shadows. Suddenly, you hear footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming closer, but there's no one there. Your heart races as a chill runs through your body. Could it be that the dead have risen, just for this night? Many who have visited graveyards on Halloween claim to have felt the presence of the departed, whether through strange lights, distant whispers, or an overwhelming feeling of being watched. It makes you wonder what really happens on the first night of a soul's journey, and what would you do if you encountered a spirit from the beyond. There's a famous real-life event connected to the idea of an evil dead soul returning on Halloween, known as the Bell Witch Haunting, which took place in the early 1800s in Tennessee. The Bell family reported being tormented by the malevolent spirit of a woman named Kate Batts, believed to have cursed John Bell. The spirit would torment the family, making eerie noises, moving objects, and speaking directly to them. On Halloween nights, the family claimed that the spirit's presence intensified, communicating through strange voices and poltergeist-like activity. This story has since been told through various folklore tales and ghost accounts, and it's often associated with Halloween due to the increase in paranormal activity reported during that time. The Bell Witch is said to have followed the family for years, and many believe her spirit continues to haunt the area today. The legend of the Bell Witch is often recounted during Halloween as a reminder of the power of unsettled souls seeking revenge, creating a chilling link between real life and the supernatural world. Would you dare spend the night in a graveyard on Halloween? Some say the dead are closer to us than we think. But remember, they don't rest as peacefully as we believe. If you found this video chilling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own spooky encounters in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and stay cautious.